Paul. Yes. Just looking at this revised, received, and reviewed. Provide court results with case closure information to the child and the family. Yeah. Then follow up with the probation department for preparation of the pre-sentence report and victim impact statements. Yes. You know, I was on probation for a year and my record was expunged. Yes. I never committed any crimes. Right. And I provided a copy of the expungement order so that I had no arrest record. Now, for some reason, you don't really think that there's no child maltreatment and my wife making all the decisions about the food that they eat. Good morning. But doctors have a basic responsibility. I informed various physicians about their obligation to identify suspicious injuries, diagnose problems of abuse, and it could be that some of my sons, they have some nerve ending damage because of the foods that my wife was feeding them. Little hyperactivity, maybe they don't sit very well in school. Ooch, an IEP that my son Benjamin is special. Now, as a father, I would say the foods that they've been eating have a very direct effect, yes, of the abuse of my wife making all the food decisions. Oh. Now, could you give me the medical licenses of every physician that has any knowledge of this issuing of protection orders where there's no civil rights to the parties named? Yes, the use of forgery, the false arrests, the intentional malicious false arrests. Now, finally, they may not wish to testify because of the time constraints. Seems that some doctors are too busy to actually do anything about this. Why don't you get me the foods that have been eaten, the welfare cards, and the actual insurances my wife has had? I'm going to sue every physician that's actually talked to my sons for the last 7 years and 4 months. And I know if they visited any hospitals, any doctors, any dentists, or any of those that said, well, seems like they got a little nerve ending stimulation, well, they've been eating too much corn syrup! Corn syrup! Now, this cross-examine interrogation and challenges to their medical credentials, you thought it was important being employed, and I thought it was important that you go to prison! Now, physicians at all 50 states and District of Columbia have enacted legislation regarding immunity from civil or criminal liability. I think you are civilly and